When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the...
There he goes! Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Give to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll keep it himself. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football now.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Blasted as he lets it go. He can't make the connection on the soft toss.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback moving. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrum, and the rush will get to him at the 25.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
He rifles one deep down the right side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Dogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put... And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off play action on first down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're going to ride this running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. They'll try the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Dogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Tulane delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in New Orleans. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time, able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's got him. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Bulldogs have this offense rolling. From the gun, running back on the move.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a 1st down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Hand off from the gun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just inside the 30 at the 29. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. And the Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's got the tight end. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Lost to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. Now he'll throw back into the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the ground.
And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Give to Brown. finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Motion from the wide receiver. And the quick shuffle pass underneath. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. They send the tight end in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's low. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Powers through the defender. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. The play action fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. Wide out trying to get it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Aggies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Turns it on in midfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll run it on first and goal. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They give him the rock again on second and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Trying play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Trying to keep this drive alive. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Can't make the connection in the defense, putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on second and long. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires it down the seam. Got it inside the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Going for 6. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. USC USF sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Tampa. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. It's caught. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Going to swing it on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. They get to him as he throws. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Bro, let me turn the music off. Because I have a lot of issues with this play right here. Not trying to listen to SZA right now. Safety, right? Let's back it up a little bit. Back this thing up. Safety, right? It looks like, let me see what this safety does. Yeah, we're in a cover 4 right here. We're in a cover 4 right here, right? This motherfucker turns his head. He can't see. I haven't even thrown the ball yet. He can't see shit. And all of a sudden, he just breaks on a fucking route that he has no clue where the ball is going. That's elite ball right there.
Out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Perez. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to get rid of it. And a missed connection on 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going for it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open.
Unleashes one deep. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some
50-50 right here by the 88. Can't drop him enough. Let's right up a little bit. He ain't going to be able to. He's going to stop. What about
this guy? He wants to change this route.
Here we go. He'll cut a harder route inside. Actually, let's fix it for this. That way he cuts inside. Alright, right? See if we can't pick something up.
After the incompletion, they go back up top.
See if we can't fucking cook something up, baby.
In the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have.
What are you trying to say? His foot came off the ground too early?
So high.
No, that's the sound of music TD. Yeah, they have enough evidence.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. They just keep firing. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Card in the backfield. It's Perez. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. He'll do it himself. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Dogs in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Going for the big play. A full dive to haul that one in. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Plows through the defense. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.